join the conversation, and then you'll be able to ask your questions on what is showing up on the right side. You'll be able to join the chat that is going on, and you'll be able to ask questions. Please be sure to use the hashtag Ask the Avatar, and in the same way, add Sri Nithyananda handle. You can comment using this hashtag Ask the Avatar, and you can ask your questions to the Parashakti. And if you would like to ask a question on WhatsApp, you can head out to kailasa.org and you can see this WhatsApp chat that is popping up towards the left bottom corner. There you can ask a question directly on WhatsApp. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us all enrich and enrich humanity. Devi Parashakti herself is making herself more and more available. So let's ensure all of humanity receives the blessing that we are receiving. So let's share as much as possible in all these channels among our friends, family, co-workers, whoever that may be, whoever that we feel will benefit from receiving blessings, which is very much everybody that we know. So let us make sure that all of humanity receives the blessing of Devi Parashakti, manifesting herself through the Nijavatara, the Supreme Body of Hindus, and Second Guru Mahasamidana, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. We'll now enter into the next segment where we'll see how we can prepare ourselves to receive the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. To take us into the next segment, I invite Sri Nithya Mangalananda Maharaj and Sri Nithya Nithyananda Maharaj to lead us into this segment where we'll be seeing how to be in the right attitude and prepare ourselves to receive the Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
Yes, thank you, Swami. So now let's get ready to understand our Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Now, first, let's take a few minutes to dress up like Devi to manifest the space of oneness. So one of the Naivedyams mentioned below should be offered as Naivedyam to Devi Parashakti. First is the sweet pongal, tamarind rice, curd rice, murukku, appam, adhirasam, pal payasam, which is the milk kheer, and vada and laddu. So you can make any one of the Naivedyams and offer it to Devi Parashakti during the Bhasamaya Darshan. What is Bhavasamaya Darshan? Katana Chakti Padatva Yatva Padavalokanat Prasadat Swaguro Samyak Prapyate Paramam Padam. By the enlightening teachings of the Guru Katana, by the Shakti Pada, the graceful transmission of the spiritual powers from the Guru, by looking at the sacred feet of the Guru, or by the complete loving favor of the Guru, Prasad, the ultimate goal and space, Paramam Padam, is attained. So this verse is directly taken from Malini Vijayottara Tantra, verse 6. The Bhava Samaya Darshan is not an event in space and time. Rather, darshan happens at the moment when we are lifted out of space and time. During Bhava Samaya Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. Bhava is defined as directly and activating the emotional and spiritual energy that is created through meditation on the avatar. So now, let's watch a beautiful video clip where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, enlightening us on the mirroring neurons.
I'm introducing one of the important sacred, secret, spiritual principle to all of you.
Please listen, the keyword, mirror neurons. Let me explain the concept. Then we will recognize many of our understandings with this truth. So I said recognizing is recognizing. Mirror neurons. Very recently, I was studying a research paper where they beautifully established with various analysis researchers on a very powerful truth. For example, if somebody is swimming in the ocean, you stand and watch. Whatever brain activity is happening in that person's brain, whatever activity is happening in his brain, in his neurons, please listen. Even if you are watching, the same activities are mirrored in your brain. The same neuron activities are mirrored in your brain. Listen. If you are watching totally, the same effect is mirrored totally in you. If you are absorbed in it, you also know a little swimming. Please listen. If you know a little swimming and you are absorbed in it, you are not swimming, you are just standing. Both brains are in the same frequency, the same effect, and no difference. Listen. If somebody is swimming in the ocean, you are standing and watching. If you don't know swimming, if you are not completely absorbed in it, maybe some 80% is mirroring. If you are absorbed in it and you also know swimming, there is no difference at all between his brain and your brain. The mirroring effect, I tell you, if you are watching totally absorbed in it, then the same activity is replicated in your brain, meaning the same kind of electric and neurotic impulses are activated in your brain. This defines, this demystifies many mystical phenomena. Please listen. Now you know why just by gazing into my eyes, you are in the space of completion. Why just looking at me, you are in the space of completion. I am swimming in the ocean of consciousness in the space of completion. Even the so-called moments of my screaming, whether I am smiling, telling a joke, or that is why even if you are absorbed in what I am doing, even if you are absorbed in the jokes I am telling you, even if you are absorbed in the actions, like very mundane, me serving food, or ordinary actions, see, you will not get 100% absorbed in me if I am just sitting in samadhi. But if I am doing normal activities like you will feel comfortable. Oh, like us. Naturally, you will get absorbed. Even that feeling absorbed will put you in the space of completion. This is the reason why the gold, diamond, silk are all put on the deity. Even if you absorb all that ornaments, even that puts you in the space of completion. Usually you do not have the 100% capacity to listen or be absorbed with the happening called life. But if you start doing both, your whole 100% will be on me. How many of you are getting it? Only listening 100% you will not be able to do. Only absorbing 100% you won't be able to do. But that is why here I am playing multiple games. It is literally like a big circus. By that time you understand the joke and start laughing, I already moved on to some other verbal jugglery or brain candy. So naturally, you are absorbed in total absorption. Actually, total absorption, totally being absorbed happens during energization. Whether you are there or not, it's my job. I just pull you to that space during the energization so you cannot escape. And you have to vibrate the same frequency as me. That is why people don't know ABCD of life. Just after the 21 energizations, when they go back, it is totally different. Their life is different.
I'm introducing one of the
Yes, so that was a beautiful video clip of Swamiji, where they understood how the mirrors neurons in our brain. The brain neurons mirror, activate, and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing and without the physical act of imitation. That is, our entire body silently and without movement recreates what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. The science of Bhavasamaya Darshan knows no distance, a phenomenon even modern science is just discovering and terms as quantum tunneling. So our thoughts per second reduces significantly and we relax into the space beyond thoughts to the thoughtlessness, becoming mentally at ease with coexisting dimensions beyond duality. We and the divine become one, unconditioned by the parameters of time and space. A science that Einstein could not believe, and today researchers are exploring it to be true. Watch research by the Caltech. Let's watch the video.
When people talk about the universe, they usually mean a vast expanse of space, billions of light years across, that they can see with radio telescopes and cosmic imaging.
They think about stars and galaxies and planets and all the big stuff out there.
You have astronomical bodies moving under the force of gravity.
There are laws of nature, and you think that the laws are right once and for all.
However, there is another universe, an unseen world that governs everything we see.
When we go down in size, trillions of times smaller, to the microscopic world, the rules are much less intuitive than the ones we're used to from the large-scale world.
The magic of the microscopic universe begins at about a 10/1000th of a meter, or the size of an atom. Matter behaves so differently at this level that scientists have developed an entirely new set of rules to describe what's going on. They call it quantum theory, and what it says is extraordinary.
This baseball represents a subatomic particle, like an electron or a photon of light, that routinely does all sorts of weird, strange things in the microscopic universe. The subatomic version of this baseball can be invisible, can go through solid objects with ease, can be in multiple places at the same time, and can seemingly go backwards in time and change the past. This means I could throw this microscopic baseball to first base and to home plate at the same time, or change the seemingly predetermined outcome of a play while it's still going on. Now, this is the stuff of science fiction, but really, we know it to be true, or at least it appears to be true in our quantum world. We get all sorts of weird things happening.
If scientists can understand how these weird things work, they'll be able to put them to use in our everyday world, revolutionizing modern computing and perhaps even allowing us to communicate across the cosmos instantly. The key to making these miracles come true is a process called quantum entanglement, and scientists are already harnessing this astounding discovery for both civilian and military purposes.
In quantum physics, what happens to an object over here can instantly affect an object over here, and over here could be millions of miles away.
This is how it works. When two subatomic particles interact, they can become entangled. That means their spin, position, or other properties become linked through a process unknown to modern science.
If you then make a measurement of one of the particles, then that instantaneously determines what the behavior of the other particle should be. And when the experiment is done, it's found that indeed the other particle's quantum state is exactly determined once you've made a measurement of the partner particle's quantum state.
That means if a scientist observes one entangled particle and forces it to spin clockwise, the other entangled particle will immediately start spinning in the opposite direction. That seems intriguing, but it's hardly earth-shattering until you consider that the two entangled particles can be separated by billions of light years. And still, the moment you observe one particle spin, you've dictated the other particle's spin.
That's weird, because it may suggest that information has traveled instantaneously, faster than the speed of light, from one particle to another. I don't understand it. I don't know that anyone does. Spooky action at a distance, as Einstein called it.
Yes, so that was a beautiful video. So it is the probability of a quantum particle like an electron with less kinetic energy to cross over the potential energy of an energy barrier. An electron acts both as a wave and a particle. Imagine a scenario. What happens when an electron with less kinetic energy is approaching a hill? Will the electron be able to cross over the potential energy peak of the hill? As a particle, the electron will require higher kinetic energy to cross over the potential energy on the hill, or it will roll back. However, as a wave, the electron has the ability to pass through by propagating itself to the hill and go to the other side. That is the science behind quantum tunneling. This same science is imposed on people who witness the Bhava Darshan. This is because our neurons are able to mirror the neurons of divine immediately. Through quantum tunneling, we are able to travel through the divine energy and mirror the exact same neurons. So now let's understand the science of Bhava Darshan. Here, Bhagavan Krishna describes Bhava Samadhi. When Krishna once saw his own extraordinary sweetness reflected in a jeweled ball, he was amazed and said, "How unprecedented and astonishing is this deep and indescribable sweetness of mine! Last, when I see it, even I become greedy to enjoy its sweetness. Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't. After due consideration, I find that the only way to reach this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika." Bhava Darshan is the science of Nijavatar manifesting Paramashivoham. The consciousness, formless, expresses the being of Paramashiva through Divya Sharira, which is the light body, and manifests as Nijavatar, physical form, or the embodied form, for us to experience Paramashiva. Tatana Shakti Padatva Yadva Padavalokanat Prasadat Swaguro Samyak Prapyate Paramam Padam. By the enlightening teachings of the Guru, Katana, by the Shakti Pada, the graceful transmission of the spiritual powers from the Guru, by looking at the sacred feet of the Guru, or by the complete loving favor of the Guru Prasad, the ultimate goal and space, Paramapadam, is attained. Here, Devi Parashakti expresses through being of Rajarajeshwari and manifests as Nijavata, physical form, who is the Meenakshi. Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses through being of Subramanya and manifests as Nijavata, Bhagavan Muruga. Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses being of Arna Yogeshwara and manifests as Nijavata, who is Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His oneness, Guru Mahasannidhana, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Bhagavan Paramdama expresses being of Mahavishnu and manifests as Nijavata, Bhagavan Venkateshwara. The Archavadara reflects the consciousness and manifestation of superconscious energy, but human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from directly. The avatar, physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create experience of superconscious energy in all of us. When we have the Bhava Darshan of the Nijavatar manifesting beings of various dimensions of Paramashivoham, the auspicious components and the powerfulness of those dimensions of Paramashiva are awakened in us. The dimensions of Paramashiva manifesting in the Nijavatar for us to experience same is Bhava Darshan. Bhava Darshan is the direct experience of causeless bliss. During Bhava Darshan, our being comes alive and celebrates the energy wave of existence. Our very muscles learn to imbibe and radiate Paramashiva. Bhava Darshan is like a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. And without much effort from our side, our very biomemory awakens to space of Paramashiva, ultimate consciousness during Bhava Darshan. To have a glimpse of having darshan of an avatar cleanses the karmas of lifetime and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us. Gratitude enables the reflection of consciousness on all levels, physical, psychological, and ultimately conscious level. Darshan meditation as a preparation helps us to fall into the space of gratitude, and it is during that time we draw conscious resolutions, Satya Sankalpa, of anything we want or need in our life. Be ready to reflect the consciousness of Paramashiva. That is all you need to manifest the best for your life and the lives people around you. So let us understand the right context to receive that. I know you are the source of everything. You are everything, and you are the embodied form of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. There is divine holiness, Bhagavan, Nithyananda Paramashivam, and you are in this body. You are the source for both. Let me connect with you. Let you reveal yourself to me. Let me be in the Bhava Samadhi of you. Now, let's take a few minutes to set up for Panjopachara Puja. Pancha meaning 5. Upachara means offering. First, the sandal paste powder, and you take a few flowers and incense, lamp, food offering to the Naivedya. You can offer any one or more Naivedya which was mentioned earlier. You can enter your Naivedya offerings here at tiny.cc/food donation. Please take a few minutes.
part of the next segment in this Bhav Samadhi Darshan preparation, we're going to be chanting the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra to help reduce the negative effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on the planet. So join us as we pray for the whole of humanity and chant this Paramashiva Dhyana Shloka mantra. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvadhitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavadhitam Trigunarhitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Shri Nithyanandaya Namaha Om Ham Om Shivaya Namaha Om Mamopata Samasta Dhurita Kshayadhara Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham.
I am taking this conscious resolution to pray for destroying all my karmas and sins, and in order to please Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilandakoti Brahmandanayakasya,
who is the God of all gods, who is the greatest of gods, lords of universes and multiverses, and who is the Lord of the cosmos.
Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilandakoti Brahmandanayakasya,
The one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation.
Adimadhyantarhitasya Aprameya Parakramasya Tatvarthagocharasya,
The one who is the beginning, middle, and end. The one who is immeasurable.
Vasya Kamikadi Vadulanta Mahatantrakhya Shaivagamaswarupasya Sakala Nigamagamaswarupasya Suddhadvaita Shaivaswarupasya Nithyananda Padathasya Nithyananda Swarupasya Suddha Satchidananda Vigrahasya Rupa Rupati Tasya Sakala Nishkala Swarupasya Nitya Niranjana Niramaya Nirvikara Akhandadi Visheshanasya Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatar Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Sri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Cha Prityartham Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Pararthe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivaswatamanvantare Ashtavimshatitame Nitya Yuge Pradame Pade Jambur Dvipe Bharatavarshe Bharatakhande Meroho Dakshine Pashve Shakabde Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharige Pravavadhinam Chasyaha Sampatsaranam Madhye शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभायने शुभऋतो शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभदितो शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकर्ण एवं गुणविशेषणविशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभदितो
During this auspicious time, during the regime of Vaivasvata Mano, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharatavarsha, in the Indian subcontinent called Bharatkhanda, in the southern side of the Mount Meru, in the Sakayara, during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is the practice of which Prabhava is the first year in the auspicious Ayana, Uttarayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, on the auspicious Tithi, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga, and auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment,
आदिकैलासे कल्पवृक्षस्य दः नित्यानन्दनगरे स्मृतस्मृतानां मुक्तिदायके महाक्षेत्रे नामधेयस्य नाम्याः च यजमानानाम् आवयोः सहकुटुम्बानां बन्धुवर्गाणां दायादिवर्गाणां मित्रवर्गाणां Sodavarganam Samesham.
for all those who are participants, hosts, and me, with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers, and everyone.
Sarvabhishtasibhyartam Sarvamangala Avapyartham Uttarottaravinidhyatyam Stira Lakshmi Praptyartham.
Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity, and wealth.
Kutumbhe Sarvesham Sarvabhishtasibhyartam Chintitamanotthava Avapyartham.
Let the family always be of all kinds of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled.
Samesham Adivyadhi Nivridyartham Samesham Shiradhipada Paryantam Vidyamananam Sameshu Angeshu Janita Janishyamana Sakala Vidha Nana Vidha Roganam Vyabohartham Tadvara Aroga Vridha Gatra
Let all chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, disease-less, healthy, handsome, and graceful body be obtained.
Samesham Parakat Kartribhishcha Kritakkarishyamana Sakala Vidha Mantra Tantra Yantra Vishapchurna Abhichara Stambhana Marana Uchchatana Vigneshana Vishikaranartham Mantra Kaprayogebhyaha Rakshana Praptyartham Tadvara Samesham Sarvabhishta Siddhartham.
Let protection be obtained from all the evil effects of the acts performed by people, either in the past or yet to be performed in the future, through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous pills, employing spells for malevolent purposes like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting and diarrhea, upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning, hypnotizing, etc. Let all chronic diseases be healed. Let all chronic diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of the body, be healed. Let the family always be of all kinds of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled.
Samesham Apamrityu-dosha nividyartham kala-mrityu akala-mrityu Dor-mrityu
Let all the doshas, ill effects related to death like destined death, unnatural death, fatal death be removed.
Samesham antardrishti, bahirdrishti, pura-drishti, vyapara-drishti, anukura drishti, pratigora-drishti.
Unknown sources, effects of beautiful eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are our well-wishers, and the effects of evil eyes of people who are against our well-being be removed.
Samesham antashatru, bahirshatru, purashatru, vyapara-shatru, anukura-shatru, pratigora-shatru, ityadi sakala vidashatrubhadhanividyartham.
Let all the effects of the inner enemies and outer enemies, fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good and enemies who work against our well-being be removed.
Samesham matrashapadi sakala vidhashapanam vyapohanartham.
Let the effects of all the curses right from the mother be removed.
Anadi avidyavanaan ya parvatamanohanasmin mahati same samsashake vichitrabhi karmagavihi vichitrasu yonishu punah punaha anekadha janitva.
From time immemorial, due to ignorance, we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death. Due to the effects of our action, we take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange.
Kenapi punyakarmane bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya aparimithaya kripaya idhanitana manujanmana praptavatam.
Yet, due to some good action, the extreme and immeasurable compassion and grace of Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body.
Samesham iha janmani purvajanmani janma janmartareshu sarvaihi kritana shivanindade vini dur Guruninda dosha vyapohartham Shiva parada Devya parada Guru vyaparada dosha vyapohartham.
Any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti, and Guru in the present birth, past birth, or in any of the births be removed. Any kind of crimes, offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti, and Guru be removed.
Brahma hatya surapana swarnastheya guru talpagama tat samsarakhya panchamahapat akhadi samasta papa vyati-kirartham.
Let the 5 great sins like killing a Brahman, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife, one's own mother, elder sister, and other such motherly figures, and associating with those people who have committed one or the other above mentioned sins be removed.
Apicha sarvaihi balye vayasi kaumare yauvane vadhyakye cha
Let all the karmic effects of action done as a child, adolescent, youth, and as an old age person,
Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Avastasu,
wakeful, dream, or deep sleep state,
Karme, Indriya,
let all the sins done through karmendriyas, the five organs which perform action like speech, hands, feet, excreting and reproductive organs, and jnanendriyas, the five organs which receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin.
Atipatakānām, Upapatakānām, Samkalikaranānām, Malinikaranānām, Apatrikaranānām, Jati Bhramsakanām, Prakirnitānām, Evam Navanām, Navavidhanām, Bahunām, Bahuvidhanām, Sarvesham Papanam Sadhyaha.
Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, minor of the minor sins, multiple sins, sin like raping a woman, unjustifiable sin, sin of destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 types of sins and 9 types of sins and more types of sins be removed immediately and instantly.
Apanodhanadvare Samastamangala Prabhyartham Shiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti, Guru Bhakti Siddhyartham Paramashivatva, Paramashivasthitihi, Paramashiva Shakti Siddhyartham.
Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all the auspiciousness, and let Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti, Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, and powers of Paramashiva be obtained.
Kutumbhe Sarvada Sanmangala Prabhyartham Anyodhya Prema Bhivirdhyartham Purnatva Siddhyartham Sarva Panivridyartham.
Let the whole family always be showered with all the auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all the people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed.
Shipra Arogyavapyartham Ayura Abhividyapyartham.
Let a healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed.
Vyapare Udyoge cha Sarva Janavasham Sarva Vashakkarartham Tadvare Unnaton Tanasthana Prapyartham.
Let your charishma impress everyone in business and job, and through that, let you attain the best of the best position.
Bahudhana Saukyapapyartham Graha Kanaka Pashuputra Pautra Dhana Dhanya Saukya Praptyartham.
Extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of house, gold, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grains, and all the comforts related to worldly life.
Adityadinam Navanam Grahanam Dosapira Nivaranartham. Adityanam Navanam.
Of the 9 planets be removed, let the auspiciousness be bestowed by the grace of all the 9 planets.
Bhumyantarikshe Vidyamana Bhuta Preta Pishacha, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, Kushmanda, Dakini, Shakini, Adi Sarvaskrishti
Let all the evil effects that cause calamities on the planet Earth, the evil effects from various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, Pichacha, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, Kushmanda, Dakini, Shakini be removed.
Manovyakulata Nivaranartham.
Let the mental confusion and worry be removed.
Prarabdhe karmani karishyamane karmani adhidaivika adibhautika adhyatmika vigna nivaranartham.
Let all the obstacles be removed with regard to actions done are going to be done relating to God, world and spirituality.
Samasta nivaryanartham Dhanalakshmi, Dhanyalakshmi, Santanalakshmi, Saubhagyalakshmi, Vidyalakshmi, Sauryalakshmi, Veeralakshmi, Vijayalakshmi, Ityadi Ashtalakshmi, Paripurna Kripa Kadaksha Siddhyartham.
Let all the loans be removed. Let all the Ashtalakshmis like Dhanalakshmi, Dhanyalakshmi, Santanalakshmi, Saubhagyalakshmi, Vidyalakshmi, Sauryalakshmi, Veeralakshmi, Vijayalakshmi be showered.
Parikshaso Unnata
परीक्षासु उन्नतस्थाने विजयप्राप्त्यर्थं सर्वविद्यापारंगतसिद्ध्यर्थं मेधाशक्ति ग्रहणशक्ति अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं.
Let the top rank be obtained in the examinations. Let all the excellence be acquired in all fields of knowledge. Let the memory power, understanding ability be increased.
इत्यादि सकलविध सन्मंगलानि गुरुकृपा कटाक्षेण प्राप्त्यर्थम्.
By the grace of the Guru, let all the above auspiciousness be showered upon.
श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशांत श्यामला पीठारूढ़.
The one who has ascended Damadre Adhinam Shyamala Pita, the Pitam established by Devi Meenakshi, the incarnation of Shyamala Devi, which is the supreme place of Kailasa, where Paramashiva resides and rules the whole cosmos and Kailasa.
श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वराभिन्न स्वरूपा परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार.
The one who is no different from Meenakshi Sundareshwara, the most beloved son of Paramashiva, the young boy.
गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्यज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्तृ.
The gem among gurus and unequaled avatar, the one who received enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, author of the famous Dravida Vedam, which is the essence of all the Vedas and Agamas.
श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्ह काहलादि समस्त बिरदा वल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती.
The one adorned by that quadrilateral palanquin made of pearl, receiving the grace of Paramashiva, adorned by the musical instruments, umbrella, chamara, the sacred symbol of worship, adorned by hymns of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment, and the science of enlightenment has been accepted by all kings as the supreme leader.
सर्व जन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी.
The showerer of Videha Mukti, an immutable state of enlightenment, immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all people, the one who creates bliss, protecting leader, the roaring lion and trumpeting young elephant for other religions.
शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहारह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमत् ऋषभ ध्वज स्थापक.
The Acharya who established Shaiva Siddhanta, the Rajaguru of the Pandya who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru who is also the Pandya king, the supreme king of all kings, the enlightening sun that removes the utter darkness of delusion, the one who installed the Rishabha flag, the creator of Shaivism.
शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक वाचक स्वामी नाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान.
The one who is the ruler of Sarvagnya Pita, the seat of omniscience, O the avatar of such above-mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, Sri Jnana Sambandhadesika Swami, Appar, Sundarar, Manikyavasagar, the ruler of the kingdom of enlightenment, the Shamala Pita Mahasamsthana, which is revived by Jnana Sambandha, the one who has ascended the seat of omniscience, the 290th Guru Mahasannidhana.
अरुणगिरी योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान.
The one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvagnya Pita in the lineage of Arunagiri Yogishwara.
कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान.
The one who has ascended the seat of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvagnya Pita as the 233rd pontiff in the lineage of Kailasa.
नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कत्र.
The creator of the Nithyananda Pita Mahasamsthana Mahasimhasana Pita, which is eternally celebrating, auspicious, festive, and having the attracting energy of enriching.
साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडिता चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर.
The 1008 Sri Mahamandaleshwar Mahanirvani Pita, established by Bhagwan Paramashiva himself and revived by sage Kapila.
साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अठल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अठल पीठाधीश्वर.
1008 Sri Atal Peethadhishwar of Atal Peetha, which has an unbroken lineage of pontiffs starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is the leader of the Ganas and who was coordinated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself.
धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंशत् गुरु महासन्निधान.
23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swargapura Swarna Pita.
कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगत गुरु.
The Jagat Guru of Adi Pita Sarvagnya Pita.
श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम.
Who is in the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharyaval Sannyasis and Parivrajakas, the embodiment of pure truth, consciousness and bliss, the embodiment of the sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one established in the super consciousness.
तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगल अवाप्यर्थं भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुंबस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं च श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवस्य श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य च ध्यान षोडशोपचार अर्चना सर्वोपचार अर्चनाराधना पूजा प्रार्थनं करिष्ये. ओम आनंदगंध निलयाय नमः. ओम भवरोगभेषजाय नमः. ओम कल्पतरवे नमः. ओम पशुपतये नमः. ओम पाशविमोचकाय नमः. ओम ईप्सितफलदायकाय नमः. ओम भाग्यवृत्तिपरिवर्तकाय नमः. ओम आदिव्याधिविनाशकाय नमः. ओम समस्त कल्याण गुणान्विताय नमः. ॐ विडदिपुरीशाय नमः। ॐ श्रीकैलासपतये नमः। ॐ शिवशक्त्यैकस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं नित्यानन्दाय नमः। ॐ हां हौं शिवाय नमः। ॐ श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। ॐ श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव अवतारभूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिने नमः। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्। With that, we are coming towards the conclusion of the Parameshwar Dhyana mantra. We'll now be moving on to the next segment of the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Today, Devi Parashakti will be revealing a lot more deeper truths, secrets, and a lot of revelations on the COVID situation, the COVID pandemic currently, and how the entire world is affected by the COVID. So we encourage all the participants who are viewing us live from all across the globe to log in and to ask your questions, especially based on the current COVID situation, to receive the grace and the blessings and the revelations about the current COVID situation from Devi Parashakti herself. We'll now be going through how we can ask Devi Parashakti the questions. And for this, we have Shri Tejo Mayananda Swami, who will be taking us through this segment. Please stay tuned.
Yeah, no. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Now, as we have seen, Devi Parashakti has, out of deep and sheer compassion, shared with us the blessings and answered our questions about COVID-19, the current pandemic, and how she has beautifully taken us out of the fear factor, the fear that this pandemic has evoked globally, and something that is gripping all of humanity at this point. There is a lot of uncertainty. There is a lot of fear and apprehension about the situation. When will things improve? What is really going to happen? How to understand this whole pandemic and what really to do about this? So all of these questions, now Devi Parashakti has graced us with her presence, and she will be addressing, answering, and blessing all our questions and all our requests based on COVID-19. We'll just take a quick look on all the ways, all the possible ways where we can actually relate with Devi Parashakti, and we can quickly ask questions and receive blessings and answers directly from Devi Parashakti, manifesting through the Nijavatara, Supreme Quantity of Himself, His Divine Holiness, Jagat Guru Mahasamatanam, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Now, if you're watching us live on YouTube, you can go to the YouTube channel, Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda, and you can join the conversation, join the super chat and ask your questions in the chat window where you can send a message. And on Twitter, you can reply to the tweet by @Nithyananda handle on Twitter and ask your questions. And be sure to tag your question with the hashtag #AskTheAvatar. That's on Twitter. And on Instagram, Please ensure that you're following Sri Nithyananda handle on Instagram and ask a question in the comments section. And also, there is another direct way where you can ask your questions to Devi Parashakti. It's here on kailasa.org. So you can go there directly and ask a question. And there are two ways how you can do this. Let's just look at them quickly. As you can see here, if you log on to kailasa.org, you will see two possible ways that you can reach to Devi Parashakti and ask a question. The first, towards the left bottom, is if you click on chat on WhatsApp. Using this, you can. So there you can ask a question and have your blessings from Devi Parashakti herself. And if you move out to the right bottom, you'll see there is a direct chat option available. You can actually see here, you can enter your question and chat directly. Devi Parashakti ask the question directly and have your blessings. So today, let's ensure that through one of these channels, we're asking the questions, and Devi Parashakti has raised her presence and is made herself available again and again out of sheer compassion to be able to address all the questions that we may have about COVID-19, the current pandemic situation, and what to really do during this situation, and how to cognize the right context. So many things, so many different dimensions of the current pandemic, the question that we may have. Devi Parashakti out of her pure questions and give us blessings, shower us with her blessings. So let us use this opportunity. Let's log on to kailasa.org and use this direct method as well to send our blessing request, send our questions to Devi Parashakti. With that, we can enter into the next segment and enter into the meditation and become available, become ready to receive the darshan of Devi Parashakti. Let us prepare ourselves by sitting straight, closing our eyes.
Sit with a deep space of meditation and gratitude to Devi Parashakti to receive the answers for all your prayers. Sit with an intense space of devotion towards Devi Parashakti. Especially today, we are all blessed with Devi Parashakti to have special revelations about the current COVID situation and the COVID pandemic. So any of you who wish to ask any of the questions today, we request all of you and we encourage every one of you to ask questions related to the current COVID situation. There are the various different ways that we went through, using which we can ask our questions to Devi Parashakti. Once you've asked your question, Please sit straight. And now we'll enter into the meditation.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Once again, let us sit straight, as straight as possible, closing our eyes, chanting the Mahavakya, and holding a conscious resolution, a clear intention to receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti, manifesting through the Vijavatara, supreme body of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanvidan, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
thing closing our eyes. Become available to receive the darshan, blessings of Devi Parashakti.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Again, stay as much as possible. Closing our eyes. Japa of Mahavakya happen. And having the conscious resolution to receive the blessings of the darshan of Devi Parashakti.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.